Let's go back to our top story now. Major disruptions are expected when public servants down tools next week. Let's bring you a response from government. Joining us on the line from Pretoria is the Department of Public Service and Administration's acting DG, Thuli Radebe. Thanks for your time. Appreciate it. Can you give us your reaction to this threat from the PSA?
Yes, we are really very disappointed and we find this quite regretful because it is really very unprocedural that they organize this strike. In terms of all the protocols and rules, they really shouldn't take any action before the end of the 21-day period within which all that is meant to be happening is the signing of the deal, which was which was presented to the unions on the 18th of May, and they were part of that process, and they understand the processes in place, that they shouldn't be undertaking any such action until after the 19th of June, if there is still if we have still not received a majority signature or the majority of unions.
But let's be honest, acting DG, these talks have been going on for 9 months. You still haven't reached an agreement on it.
Well, for us, that long period came to an end on the 18th of May when all the unions agreed to conclude the wage negotiations on that day. And they agreed that on the 21st, they must all come and sign, and that's the day that the employer signed. And some unions have come through to sign. We are now standing at 48.8%. You know, so this is all that is allowed to be happening within these 21 days until the 19th of June. So it really is disingenuous for the people with whom we formulated the regulations. This is all in line with the PSCB prescripts and procedures. Now, for them to undertake this route is really unprocedural, and it can't happen. We are hoping and we are appealing to the PSA to come back and do the right thing, which is to sign. If they are not willing to sign, and we regret that and we hope they do want to sign, they then have to wait for the 19th of June. And after the 19th of June, if we still haven't received the majority or signatures from the majority of unions, the Secretary General will then have to organize a special council meeting. And that is where they are allowed to come and table their concerns.
Okay.
But it cannot be happening during this period.
But we already know they're not going to sign. They even say they're willing to go to court if you take them to court.
Well, we don't want to take them to court yet. We really are hoping that we won't do that. They are our colleagues. We just hope that we'll be able to resolve this peacefully. As long as they just agree to observe the process and the processes and the procedures. And if they have those concerns, they know that they can only put them on the table after the 19th if we have not received 51%, you know what I'm saying, of signatures. Because if we should receive 51% of signatures, or let me say signatures from 51%, as I said, we are already on 48.8%, then they will have to resort to that process of getting the Secretary General to convene a special meeting. But if we get the 51%, then the deal is done.
Yeah. I'm surprised that you call them your colleagues and you're so kind and enduring towards them, because they said that your minister was arrogant today and that she's angered public servants.
I think they are either misrepresenting her or just misreading her. She is not arrogant at all. She is, for instance, she has been dead against us interdicting them. She is dead against that. And she's been pushing all of us to appeal. She's very hopeful that they will come around and do the right thing. She's not arrogant at all, and she has not been since day one.
All right, last question. They say that the following sectors will be affected by the strike: Home Affairs, Justice, SASSA, Teachers and Administration, Water Affairs and Provincial Administrations, as well as International Relations. Do you think it's time to actually have measures in place to make sure that you have other staff that can come in and take over if the strike goes ahead?
Well, you know what? We're looking at over 100,000 members of the PSA that fall under essential services, and those are not allowed to go on strike. They know it's unlawful. Again, we will try and do whatever we need to do, but I hope they are aware of the repercussions of their actions, that we will have to adopt the principle of no work, no pay. And it will be horrible for us to have to go that route. That's why I'm appealing.
DG, you've been appealing, your department has been appealing for 9 months. And I'm not saying in any way that you haven't made every effort to go to that negotiating table and talk this through. But 9 months is a long time. Let's be honest, it's ridiculous actually when it comes to wage talks.
Yes. You know, look at the economic situation in South Africa and all the dynamics that are related to economic development and so on. Look at our currency, the rand. Look at what has happened in the country. It has not helped. And once or twice, the unions themselves have asked to go. Remember, they have to go and consult their membership. And we've allowed that. And I think it needs to be acknowledged that at some point they were also asking for time. And I repeat, we regret that it's taking so long. But here we are, we moved, and remember there was a change as well. There was in terms of the political leadership, there was a change. And of course, always that sort of puts processes on hold a bit. So I hope they appreciate all of that. It was not intentional on the part of the employer.